Hi YouTubers, this video is about Charles J Kickham. I'm here in Mullinahone, County Tipperary, South Tipperary, and here is where Charles Kickham used to write some of his work. Kickham's Tree, historic landmark, associated with J Kickham's writing 1828 to 1882, this is where he sat and wrote. The ash tree has been dated from the end of the 18th century. It was cut back in 1992 by the County Council for safety reasons. Now, I'm just trying to make this out. Gurteen beside the Anner, where Charles Kickham sat and wrote 1828 to 1882. Charles Kickham was an Irish patriot. He was a poet as well, and he dedicated his life to the cause of Irish freedom and self-determination. Here's another plaque. It says, "This is the site of the great ash tree known as Kickham's Tree, under which Charles J Kickham of Mullinahone sat and wrote many of his literary works. One of them was Nationalist. The tree decayed and was removed in 2009. I remember the tree. I used to be up around here for a walk years ago when I was younger. A stone seat was placed at this heritage site in 1951 by a Kilkenny Archaeological Society. He was a poet, a patriot and novelist. He was also big into the Irish Republican Brotherhood. Anyway, we'll go up after now and show you where his grave is and where he was born, etc. Charles J Kickham is buried in the Kickham family grave in Mullinahone. Now, nice little scenic spot here. It's on the road here between Feather and Mullinahone, and you can see he had a lovely view when he'd be riding. And that's it there. Right. Today I was in Mullinahone, County Tipperary, and I said I'd do a piece on Charles J Kickham. Charles J Kickham was an Irish patriot, revolutionary and journalist and author who lived 1828 to 1882. He was born in Mullinahone, County Tipperary, and became one of the most prominent figures in the Irish Nationalist movement during the mid-19th century. Kickham is best known for his involvement in the Irish Republican Brotherhood, his journalistic contributions to the movement and his novels and poems that celebrated Irish culture and nationalism. Kickham began his career as a journalist and editor, writing for several publications in Ireland, including The Irishman and The Nation. He used his writing to advocate for Irish nationalism and to expose the injustice of British rule in Ireland. He was a vocal critic of the British government policies towards Ireland, and he argued that Irish independence was necessary for the country to prosper and for its people to achieve justice and equality. Kickham was heavily involved in the Irish Republican Brotherhood, a secret society dedicated to overthrow British rule in Ireland. He served as a leader in the organisation, and he was instrumental in the planning of several revolutionary activities, including the Fenian Rising of 1867. However, Kickham was ultimately arrested for his involvement in the IRB and was sentenced to 14 years of penal servitude. Despite his imprisonment, Kickham continued to write and advocate for the Irish independence. He wrote several novels, and his most famous one would have been Knock na Gow, which celebrated Irish culture and the struggle for independence. He also wrote poetry including the Fenian Man o' War and Rory of the Hills, which became popular anthems.